truth universally acknowledged that a zombie in possession of brains must be in want of more brains.
So begins Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, an expanded edition of the beloved Jane Austen novel featuring all new scenes of bone-crunching zombie mayhem.
As our story goes, a mysterious plague has fallen upon England.
The dead are returning to life.
Feisty heroine Elizabeth Bennet, schooled in the deadly arts by Shaolin Master Pei Lu, is determined to wipe out the zombie menace. But she is soon distracted by the haughty and arrogant
Mr. Darcy! What ensues is a delightful comedy of manners, with plenty of civilized zombie massacres.
Can Elizabeth vanquish the spawn of Satan?
Can the star-crossed lovers overcome the social prejudices of the class-conscious landed gentry? Pride and Prejudice.
And Zombies.
By Jane Austen.
And Seth Graham Smith.
With critical commentary by Sarah Hutchins of the Daily Vanguard following.
A ballroom scene.
Upon my honor, Darcy, I've never met with so many pleasant girls in my life as I have this evening.
You are dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
Oh, she is the most beautiful creature I have ever beheld. But there is one of her sisters sitting down just behind you who's very pretty and I dare say very agreeable.
She is tolerable, but not handsome enough to tempt me.
As Mr. Darcy walked off, Elizabeth felt her blood turn cold. She had never in her life been so insulted. The warrior code demanded she avenge her honor, but no sooner had she grabbed the handle of her weapon than a chorus of screams filled the assembly hall.
Unmentionables poured in the broken windows.
Their movements clumsy yet swift.
Their burial clothing in a range of untidiness.
Their flesh was in varying degrees of putrefaction.
A
few of the guests who had the misfortune of being too near the windows were seized at once.
Girls, pentagram of death! Elizabeth immediately joined her sisters in the center of the dance floor.
Each girl produced a dagger from her ankle and began stepping outward.
In unison, each thrusting a razor-sharp dagger with one hand.
The other hand tucked modestly into the small of her back.
From a corner of the room, Mr. Darcy watched Elizabeth and her sisters work their way outward, killing every other
Kill!
as they went.
As the girls reached the walls of the assembly hall, the last thing mentioned was lay still. Apart from the attack, the evening passed off quite pleasantly for the entire family.
Girl talk.
When Jane and Elizabeth were alone, Jane expressed to her sister just how very much she admired their new neighbour, Mr. Bingley. He's just what a young man ought to be. Sensible, good-humoured, lively, and I never saw such happy manners.
Yes, but in the heat of battle, neither he nor Mr. Darcy would be found for blade or bludgeon.
Well, I was very much flattered by his asking me to a dance a second time. I didn't expect such a compliment.
He certainly is very agreeable, and I give you leave to like him despite his lack of gallantry. You've liked a many a stupider person.
Did Lizzie?
That Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy is not so well worth listening to as his friend, is he? Poor Lizzie, to be called only tolerable.
I could have easily forgiven his pride if he had not mortified mine. I dare say, hadn't the unmentionables distracted me from doing so, I would have cut his throat.
Pride is a very common failing, I believe. In all that I have ever read, it is very common indeed.
An invitation to the Bingleys.
Can I have the carriage?
But her mother disagreed. No, my dear, you'd better go on horseback. Besides, if it rains, you must stay or not. The Bingleys are a very polite family. They'll be very gracious.
It rained.
Dearest family, I find myself very unwell this morning, which I suppose is to be imputed to my being set upon several freshly unearthed unmentionables during my ride to the Bingleys. My kind friends will not hear of my returning till I am better. Fear not, excepting a few bruises and a minor stab wound, there's nothing much the matter with me. Much love, Jane.
Elizabeth, feeling really anxious, was determined to go to her.
How can you be so silly? Cried her mother. I should think of such a thing in all this dirt with all these mentionables about. You won't be fit to be seen when you get there, assuming you make it alive.
But you forget that I am a student of Pelu of Shalin, mother. And armed with her ankle dagger, she set off. Alone. There was suddenly a terrible shriek. Shriek!
Not till I know which cosmic will be butcher.
Elizabeth knew at once what it was. She reached for her dagger most expeditiously. She took it and laid at the ready.
And was met with the regrettable visage of 3 unmentionable.
Their arms outstretched and mouths agape.
A grape?
Agape!
Fight scene!
Elizabeth at last made it to the Bingley's house.
With wear ankles.
Dirty stockings.
And a face glowing with the warmth of exercise.
Appearance that morning created a great deal of surprise. Most incredible.
Elizabeth's inquiries after her sister were not favourably answered.
Jane was feverish and not well enough to leave her room.
So Elizabeth stayed.
I shall never forget her appearance that morning.
She walked 3 miles.
And I hope you saw her petticoat 6 inches deep with mud. Her hair so untidy, so blousy.
I thought she looked remarkably well.
She really looked almost wild.